Hey, Melissa. How's everything going at Cali?
It's going pretty well, Dad. I just finished my first year.
That's great to hear. So, what's on your mind today?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about my bank account. I have a hometown credit union account that you're a cosigner on, but I've been thinking about switching to a more convenient bank.
Oh, really? What happened? Did something go wrong with your credit union account?
No, not at all. I actually got a part-time job at school, and it made me realize that a different bank would be more convenient for me.
I see. Well, do you want me to co-sign on the new ACC as well?
Actually, I was thinking about handling the ACC on my way own. I would like more financial independence.
But Melissa, I'm your dad. I just want to help you out and make sure everything is taken care of.
I appreciate that, Dad. But I'm an adult now, and I think I can handle my finances on my own. Plus, I don't think the reasons you provided for co-signing are valid. I'm 18 now, legally an adult, and I want to have more financial independence. I don't think it's necessary for you to co-sign on my new account. I can handle my finances on my own.
I have a responsibility to ensure your financial well-being. It's not about control, it's about looking out for your best interests. Having a cosigner provides added security and accountability.
I get that, Dad, but I've been managing my finances responsibly. I even got a part-time job to support myself. I just want the convenience of a bank that's closer to me and easier to access. I don't think it's necessary for you to be involved in every financial decision I make.
Melissa, it's not about wanting to control your every move. It's about ensuring your financial stability and having a safety net. Life can be unpredictable, and having a cosigner can offer you protection and guidance when needed. Plus, if there are any emergencies or unexpected expenses, it's beneficial to have someone who can assist you.
Does Dad have anything to hide from you?
What are you saying?
I understand that emergencies can happen, Dad, but I want to learn to handle those situations on my own. I believe I'm capable of making responsible decisions and managing my own finances. Co-signing on a new account feels like a step backward in my journey towards independence.
I want what's best for you, and sometimes that means taking a cautious approach. I'm not trying to hinder your independence. I'm trying to be there for you when you need support. Let's find a middle ground where we can ensure your independence while still having some security measures in place.
Dad, I appreciate your concern, but I really want to explore the possibility of having my own account without a cosigner. I want to take responsibility for my own financial decisions and learn from any mistakes that may arise. Can we please try to understand each other's perspectives and find a solution that works for both of us?
Melissa, now that you've turned 18 and transitioned to an adult account at the credit union, I think it's important for me to co-sign on the account. I still help you with certain expenses like textbooks, and having my name on the account will make it easier for me to deposit money directly when needed.
I appreciate your willingness to help, but I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable with the idea of you co-signing on my credit union account. I understand your reasons, but I also want to take more responsibility for managing my own finances and becoming independent.
I understand your desire for independence, Melissa, but co-signing on your account is not about controlling your finances. It's about ensuring that I can provide financial support when necessary. I want to be able to help you quickly and efficiently, especially with expenses like textbooks, which can be quite costly.
I see where you're coming from, Dad, and I appreciate your intention to support me. However, I feel that having you co-sign on my account may give the impression that I'm not capable of managing my own finances. I've been learning and growing in this area, and I believe I can handle it independently.
It's not that I doubt your abilities, but I still want to play a role in assisting you financially. I know you're relatively new to managing your finances, and I want to be there for you as a safety net. Co-signing on the account doesn't mean I don't trust you, it's just an added layer of support. I've been thinking more about our conversation regarding co-signing on your credit union account. After doing some research, I realized that what I told you earlier about the need for co-signing and making deposits was not entirely accurate. Anyone can directly deposit money into your account, and there are other ways for me to provide financial support if necessary.
Thank you for acknowledging that, Dad. I also did some research and found that as a co-signer, you would have certain privileges such as the ability to withdraw money from my account and view my transaction history. However, I prefer to have full control over my own finances and not have anyone else involved in those aspects. Okay, but just so you know, I was a little uncomfortable with the idea of you co-signing on my account at first.
I understand that, but let me explain my reasoning. As you know, I've been helping you pay for things like textbooks and other expenses while you're in school. And since I'm depositing money into your account, I wanted to make sure that I could do it quickly and easily without any issues.
Yeah, I remember you deposited money into my account once last year.
I just want to make sure that you have everything you need to succeed in school and beyond. And having a solid financial foundation is a big part of that.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
It turns out that anyone can directly deposit money into your account, so there's no need for me to be a co-signer or make deposits on your behalf.
I see. So what does being a co-signer actually allow you to do?
As a co-signer, I would have access to view your transaction history and withdraw money from your account. Additionally, we would both share responsibility in case either of us is in a financial mess.
I believe that having an account solely under my name will allow me to take full responsibility for my financial actions and decisions. It will also give me the freedom to manage my finances in a way that aligns with my goals and preferences. Actually, Dad, I appreciate the offer, but I really don't want your name linked to me financially at all. I'm trying to establish my own financial independence.
What do you mean? I just want to help you out and make things easier for you.
I know, and I appreciate that. But I want to be able to handle my finances on my own. Plus, I'm worried about the potential backlash if I suggest that I'm not financially independent.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't want you to struggle financially either. I used to make a lot more money than I do now, and your mom and I had to supplement our income by withdrawing from our retirement accounts. We're still doing okay, but it's tight.
I appreciate your concern, Dad, but I'm actually doing okay financially too. I'm living with you guys over winter and summer breaks, but during the school year I have a part-time job and I'm managing my expenses pretty well.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about something important. We've been supporting you financially for a while now, but the truth is, we can't continue to do that indefinitely. At some point, the money will run out.
I understand. And I don't want to be a financial burden on you either.
That's good to hear. But there are also some privacy concerns that we need to address. As you know, your mother and I are strict and very religious. We homeschooled you for religious reasons and were accustomed to controlling almost every aspect of your life as a child and a teenager. But now that you're an adult, we need to respect your privacy and autonomy.
But I have to be honest with you. I don't feel comfortable living under your roof anymore. I need my own space and independence.
The joint account with a credit union on my Mint app, I can view every one of your transactions. I can observe your child's spending. Money is not easy to come by. And even if you already have your job. But if I watch you, you will learn how to use your money correctly.
Yeah, Dad, I've been using it and I can see all the transactions on my Mint app. But I don't want you snooping around unless you have a good reason to.
I just want to make sure everything is going well with your finances. I'm not looking to find fault with your purchases, but if I do see something that concerns me, we should talk about it.
I appreciate your concern, but I also value my privacy. I have things going on in my personal life that I need to keep private for my own safety right now, and having access to my financial information could jeopardize that safety.
I understand that privacy is important, and I'll respect that. However, I also want to make sure that we have open communication about anything that might affect our shared finances.
Of course, I want to be transparent about any financial matters that impact us both. But I also want to make sure that my personal privacy is respected.
Well, I was hoping we could co-sign on another bank account together. Your mother and I are going through some financial instability right now, and we could really use your help.
So this is what parents really mean when they want to share their children's accounts, right?
Are you an adult and need help with family matters?
I appreciate you coming to me for help, but I'm not sure if I'm comfortable co-signing on another account with you. Can you tell me more about why you need my help with this?
It's just that we're struggling to make ends meet right now, and we need some extra support. Plus, having a joint account would make it easier to manage our finances and keep track of everything.
I understand where you're coming from, but I've been thinking about my own financial situation lately, and I think it's time for me to start managing my own accounts separately from the family.
What do you mean by that? We've always managed our finances as a family.
I understand that, but I hope you can also understand where I'm coming from. Maybe we can work on finding a solution that works for both of us, like closing out the credit union account and setting up separate accounts for each of us.
Let's stop this here and not discuss this further. Parents will continue to monitor their children's spending on the current credit card they are using.
Dad! Dad, I just checked my account and found that all of my money is missing without any reason. And when I checked my debit card activity, I saw that you withdrew all the money without telling me. Why did you do that?
Oh, that's just a normal thing, dear. I need your contribution to support our family.
But why didn't you tell me before withdrawing the money? I feel very shocked not knowing why the money disappeared like that.
I'm sorry about that, dear. But now you understand, right? We need to contribute money to support the family.
I understand that, but I still feel uncomfortable because I wasn't informed beforehand.
Of course, I'll try to inform you beforehand about the family's expenses. But currently, our family has plans to take out a loan to buy a house, and we need everyone in the family to contribute money.
Under my name?
That's correct, dear. We will borrow under your name for convenience in dealing with legal procedures. But of course, when we pay off the debt, I will return this amount to you.
I can't agree to this, Dad. This is beyond my ability. I can't keep listening to unreasonable demands from you. I'm an adult. Dad, that's your and Mom's home loan. I'm not responsible for your excessive spending.
But you have been provided with funds for education, and now you are not even willing to support the family in this loan. Don't you see how selfish you are? So what about my living expenses that you gave me? You shouldn't be so selfish.
I can send money to help pay off the debt, but I cannot have the loan under my name because it could affect my reputation in the future if I am unable to pay it back on time. It will be difficult for me to get a job with a loan under my name.
Melissa, you are betraying the family. The family needs your support and you are not agreeing.
I understand, but having the loan under my name is not the best solution. I will try to find another way to support the family.
I don't believe you. You still don't understand the importance of family, do you?
I understand the importance of family and will try to find a way to support them. But I cannot let it affect my reputation in the future.
Melissa, I want to ask you a question. Do you think your reputation comes solely from the struggles of your family?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
I think you've forgotten the most important thing in life, which is family. How can you be so selfish and only think about yourself without helping your family when they're in need? Just standing as a guarantor for the debt doesn't mean you have to pay it back, but you refuse to help your family.
I'm not being selfish, but I don't want to affect my future career prospects. If I stand as a guarantor for the debt, it could cause negative consequences for my life and career in the future.
But don't you understand that family is also part of life and your success depends on their support? I hope you can rethink and consider supporting your family in all circumstances, not just when they need money, but also when they need emotional support and care from you.
Dad, why are you due to me? Do you want to interfere in my life again?
Really? I just want to give you some advice. You live in my house. You are responsible for this.
But you interfered with my religion, school choice, and financial decisions just to please Mom and you. And now I need money for tuition, but you haven't been supporting me, so I have to work to pay for it.
I understand how you feel, but you also need to understand that our family has spent a lot on your education. The money I took is just a small part that you must send back home.
But I'll try to manage everything. You shouldn't take all of that money without asking for my opinion.
Okay, I understand your opinion. I won't touch that money without asking for your opinion anymore. But I hope you understand that once you turn 18, it's time to give back to the family and pay off debts.
I will work hard to pay off the debt and not let you worry about my finances anymore.
You are a capable person in the family. We have invested you all the money, then you should help us with this. I took a loan of $25,000 and I invested it in a house recently. The plan was to sell it next year if the housing market stabilizes. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned and the money is gone.
What? $25,000 is a significant amount. Dad, how could you take such a loan without discussing it with me? This goes beyond my financial capabilities, and I can't possibly help you repay such a large sum.
I apologize for not discussing it with you beforehand. I thought I was making a wise investment decision, but I underestimated the risks involved. I understand that it's a considerable burden for you, and I'm sorry for putting you in this situation.
I have my own expenses and goals, and this unexpected debt will significantly impact my future plans. Can we explore other options or seek professional advice to manage this situation? Dad, don't you think this number is completely unrealistic for a student like me? Dad, let's live in reality, don't invest and receive failures all day long.
Come on! I can help my parents with this, but just standing in my name will make it easier to breathe. This is the value you can contribute to this family. Don't scream like that all day.
You won't agree to this. Dad can't always go his own way without consulting. This is not fair. I will switch to another consumer card without your presence in this account. What Dad did makes me feel extremely disappointed in what he did.
Don't think that if you can do this, you can still use your guardian's rights to limit your finances.
Dad, let's stop the conversation here. You've let me down.
Melissa, why did you change to a different payment card without informing me? I can't believe you would take control of your own money like this.
Dad, I've had enough. I don't want to be controlled by anyone when it comes to my finances. I need financial independence.
I'm just trying to help you, and I request that you use the card I provided for you. It's part of how I support your expenses.
No, I don't want to listen to nonsense from you anymore. I refuse, Dad. I don't want to hear any more unreasonable requests from you. I am grown up now and capable of managing my own finances.
Don't speak like that, Melissa. This isn't nonsense. I'm your father, and I have a right to look after your finances. I always try to do what's best for the family and help you. I made investments to provide a better life for our family.
Dad, you always spend money in the house squandering it, and when you randomly invest, you never get a return on your investments. You always frivolously spend money and make reckless investments without any returns. I'm tired of these actions. I don't want to be controlled by unreliable decisions.
How dare you say that? I'm trying to make smart investments for our family's future. That's enough, Melissa. I will use my authority as your father to make you listen to me.
And I'm saying that I don't want to accept this anymore. You've already listened enough, and I won't let you control my money any longer. I refuse, Dad. I have listened enough, and I won't accept being controlled by you. I need freedom and the right to make my own financial decisions.
As your father, I have every right to make sure you're making wise financial decisions.
I have listened enough. I need freedom and independence in managing my finances. I won't accept this anymore. I understand that, but I'm an adult now, and I can make my own decisions. I appreciate your concern, but I need to do what's best for me.
Fine, if that's how you feel, then I'll have to use my fatherly authority to make you listen to me.
Dad, please don't do this. I love our family, but I need to be able to make my own choices.
How dare you betray your family and refuse to help it?
I won't refuse, but it won't be possible to put the loan in my name, and I won't let my dad manipulate my finances now and in the future.
I won't let you be at peace if you don't help the family.
I don't want to hear this anymore, and I hope it doesn't ruin my future.
You're being selfish, Melissa. We've done so much for you, and now it's your turn to contribute.
It's not about being selfish, Dad. I want to focus on my own goals and aspirations. I can't be responsible for fixing all the family's financial issues.
We sacrificed a lot for you, and we expect you to help us in return. It's your duty as a family member.
I understand that you've made sacrifices, but I also have my own dreams and responsibilities. I can't carry the weight of everyone's financial burdens on my shoulders.
Well, I won't stand for this, Melissa. You should prioritize the family's needs over your own desires.
Dad, I'm not neglecting the family's needs, but I also need to take care of myself and build a stable future. I hope you can understand that.
This is disappointing, Melissa. I thought I raised you to be more responsible and caring towards the family.
Dad, I don't want that at all. Dad, please answer me. Dad didn't respond to all my messages. A week later, I got a notification about the debt attached, but I refused and they yelled at me a lot. Then my parents cut off all my school fees. Although it was a bit difficult at first, thanks to my friends, I overcame it. But they blocked contact from me. Was this really right what I did?
Hey, Mom! Thank you so much for the wedding gifts. I love all the equipment you have for me. I know I can count on you for large items.
Of course, little girl. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. I wish I could do more than that. It's completely my honor. You don't have to personally thank me like this. I'm your mother.
Well, thank you. But you're not. Ha ha.
What? What?
I mean, you are not my biological mother. But I still wanted to let you know that I appreciate you anyway.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You think I don't know? Do you think I've been a good child all this time because you think you're my biological mother?
What are you talking about? Of course, I am your mother.
Oh, please, don't play stupid games with me. It is not suitable for you. Just because you raised me for 28 years doesn't mean you're biologically a mom. It's not like feeding me, dressing me, teaching me everything over the past few decades makes my genes suddenly yours.
What are you trying to say here, Kiara?
Stop saying what. It makes you sound stupid. You had your fun, didn't you? Playing with someone else's child? Have you thought about what my biological mother went through? After she lost her baby to a stranger? All the while, you've been here, pretending to be a great mom, playing dress-up games.
Kiara, what's happened to you? Where is all this coming from? What have you heard? Who told you this, and what did they say exactly? I can't believe you're saying these horribly hurtful things to me. Have you thought about what you have said?
Hurt? Are you the one who got hurt? What about you stealing someone else's child? You don't have to tell me you're getting hurt.
Kiara.
Without you, my biological mother would have married my father, and the three of us could have been a real family. Without you, I would never have had to grow up with a fake mom. My poor mother had to carry on living her life with her heart cut into a million pieces. And I had to live this humiliating fake life. It's all because of you.
Kiara, you got it all wrong. I didn't steal you from anyone. I'll never do that. It is a felony. Your birth mother brought you to me, and she gave you to me. She said she would not raise her children as a single mother. She swore that she would never show her face if I adopted you and raised you like her own. Then your poor biological mother will ask for money in exchange for you, just like I want to take you from her. Of course I suggested. But who does she was selling you to me?
Giving her a little bit of money is the least you can do for her. She has given you her child. Have you been heartbroken about contributing throughout the years? Have you been keeping a score or something? It's really trash. And you wouldn't even take me so eagerly if you couldn't stand it, would you? So don't give me any crap like, oh, I raised you with all my heart because you didn't do it for me. You did it for yourself. You did it to satisfy your selfish greed in being a mother and wife. To fulfill your ideal of a perfect family. Maybe you pretended to be your best so that you could tell what a perfect mom and wife you are to your dad.
Kiara, I have never considered you to be anything other than my daughter. I consider you a miraculous gift from God. I've spent the past 28 years being grateful and trying my best to express that gratitude through upbringing you. And proud of you. Now you're just stressed out from the frenzy of the wedding. I can understand, but that's enough.
Are you confident all the time, Jesse? Why don't you step down for a second, put yourself in my mom's shoes? Step out of your little fake happy world. That is my mother, and see what we're going through. If you have at least a little bit of courtesy, you know where I'm going with this. I am not your daughter anymore. I'm not going to play that part, or any other fake part that you try to force me to. So don't mind my wedding, don't bother texting me. Get the hell out of my life, I'm done with you. I'm starting a new life, and I'd love it if you weren't in it. Okay?
Kiera? How long have you known that I'm not your biological mother? And who told you that?
Dad told me all about it probably 3 years ago. Yes, that sounds correct. That's when I just met Ryder. My biological father, mother, Ryder, and I sometimes go out to eat and go shopping together. Do you really not know?
What? Are you serious? I cannot believe your father would do that.
Well, you're right in thinking that you can tie up your dad by having a baby. Any baby it is. We all know you want nothing but to use me as a trump card to keep your dad for yourself and provide for you. Do you really think that building your happiness on other people's sadness won't have any consequences?
As I said, I'm not stealing you from your biological mother, Kiera. You must believe me. And I gave myself as much as your father did. I don't have to depend on him completely. Yes, I can't have kids of my own, but that's absolutely not why I raised you. Your biological mother, she threatened to dump you at some orphanage like a piece of garbage. And to my shame, I was thinking of letting her do what she said. Because she's your father's mistress after all, and you're their illegitimate child. But Kiera, I adopted you because I fell in love with you the moment I saw you. Your little fingers take my hand. I didn't think twice about how much my husband's child with his mistress meant to me because I loved you so deeply. How you came to this world no longer matters. It is just that you have entered my world. Don't you understand that, Kiera?
Oh, look at the way you're acting in a tearful movie. What do you think this is, Hollywood? Take your fake and stupid story away. Leave me alone. I have confirmed my birth mother will be attending my wedding. Of course it's my mother. And my father will soon send the divorce papers too.
Divorce? What?
Why are you being so slow? Dad told me he never forgot my birth mother. Okay, it's true love. He can't leave you because you're so adamant about giving me a true childhood with loving parents and all that crap. But now that I'm grown up and able to take care of himself, he can finally find his own happiness. Without you, the three of us would have been able to live happily as a real family. You divide us. You have disrupted our future. It's about time to settle this, Jesse. So leave us alone, and it's your turn to spend the rest of your life in sorrow and regret. My mother must have been through enough.
Okay. If this is what you really want, I'll let you stay with your real parents. So I'll have to cancel the $30,000 charge on my credit card for things I ordered from your registry. And your dad's stuff gets packed into a suitcase or something, and I'll leave them at the door. Come and get them and keep going wherever you want to go.
Wait, what? Remove these from my registry. Why you do that? Is it for my wedding? Why would you cancel a gift from a registry, Mom?
Mom? I thought you didn't want me to be your mother. If possible, I will take back everything I have spent the last 28 years raising you. But since I can't do that, I just canceled the gifts I bought by mistake for a wedding that I no longer seem to be invited to. Oh, is your honeymoon booked with my credit card as well? How about your wedding location? What about catering services? The flowers? Photographer? I believe there's also a cinematographer somewhere in it. I wonder how much the last-minute cancellation fees for those locations will go up. Definitely not a drop compared to what I'd be willing to spend my life on for you.
Oh my gosh, that's so petty. You can't get the gift back. Who would do that? You bought me those because you wanted them, right? There is no take back. How do you call yourself a mom? It was the wedding of your only daughter.
I thought I couldn't call myself a mother. That's not what you told me. You would run after your precious biological mother and ask her help. Why not you? Surely she can help with the location, food, photography, and honeymoon? Since she loves you so much and has never had a chance to show it, she will definitely take this opportunity.
Oh, so here it is. You treat me like a stepchild, don't you? Your words say that you love me as you love yourself, but your actions say a lot about how you really feel all these years. Did you calculate the amount you spent on me? Are you serious? Would you do it if I was your real biological daughter? Okay, okay. My mother can cover the honeymoon location. Ryder probably saves some money as well. We don't need your help. All we need from you right now is to sign the divorce papers.
You've got it. As soon as possible.
Well, it is as you just witnessed. After a childhood accident, I became unable to conceive a child. But when my husband brought his child with his mistress, I took it home and raised it like my own for decades. What woman on earth could easily forgive her husband for his faithfulness, adultery, and also accept his bastard child under her wing? Don't get me wrong, I also don't think I can. And in a way, I'm not sure I'll ever forgive him or not. But all that mattered was, in that moment, I saw that baby. And she opened her eyes to look me in the eye. I touched my hand, and she took my thumb with her delicate little fingers. She was my own. This perfect child was sent to me by God, so that she could be mine now. I could be hers. I believe that blood digs more than water, but love is stronger than anything. My Kiara has brought me happiness I never imagined before. The moment she first called me Mom, when she took her first steps, when she eats the food, I prepare for her like it's the best thing in the world. When she takes my hand for a walk, when she presents me with handmade artwork on Mother's Day. She filled my once empty heart until it was filled with a love that I had never felt before. I never imagined she would one day say the hurtful, awful things she said today. My husband quickly acknowledged his ongoing relationship with Kiara's biological mother, and my 33-year marriage to him abruptly ended. As soon as I got home from the courthouse, I threw their belongings in any box I could find and left them outside the door. As I was trying to get over the shock of everything, I got a text from my ex-husband. After that...
Where are you? My key is not working and neither is my garage opener. Did you replace them? Quick, Jesse! I bring a case of KFC and some beer, your favorite. I think you and I have gone too long for a date night of chicken and beer. Open up, Jesse.
Albert, what are you doing in here? Shouldn't you be with your daughter and your true love right now? You know, the woman who makes your heart hurt just thinking about her. The woman with whom I had children. The woman you gave up everything else a few days ago to be with again. Did you forget? Anyway, what are you doing here with chicken and beer at this ungodly hour?
I was done with her. I left her. We have ended. I finally realized there's no other woman like you, Jesse. You are the kindest person, the most patient person I know. I was too young and naive to let you go. You hurt me. I know. I'm very sorry. And I've never shown you how much I appreciate you for all that you've done for this family. You've forgiven me once. Can you do it again? I will change. I promise. By the way, I'm a victim here too. She doesn't want me. She never wanted me. She just took advantage of me the whole time so she could come along when I took Kiara out to eat or go shopping so she could get what she wanted herself. I may have bought her a handbag or two, but that's all, I swear. She even has a young boyfriend she is dating. She doesn't want to marry me and settle down, she herself said. She is the worst person. I love you.
She might be the worst, but she's Kiara's biological mother, isn't she? Surely she wants her child back in her life and wants to build some kind of belated relationship with her? I heard she will attend the wedding and everything is arranged by the bride's mother. Things aren't bad right now, Albert.
Yes, but it's not that simple, Jesse. She just came to the wedding so she could sit through the wedding presents and see what she could claim for herself. You know, she asked to be paid to attend her daughter's wedding. I sent her $10,000 2 weeks ago. She made me sever all ties with you, giving up everything I own to you, such as my house and clothes. Kiara and I went to see her after the wedding, carrying all of our suitcases, and she closed the door in our face. We weren't even allowed to go inside her house. Jesse, can you believe it? What kind of mother would do that to her own daughter? Will you do this for our Kiara? She is grieving right now. Say something, Jesse.
Kiara has made it very clear that I'm not her mother and she doesn't consider me hers either. In a single conversation, she took away all of my hard work and dedication as her mother and basically erased me from her world. Now I realize that trying to hold on to her is like clutching a fistful of sand. No matter how tightly I try to keep all the sand in my hand, it will find a way out between my fingers.
But you are happy to be her mother, right? You loved her with your whole heart. You're still in love with her, I know that. Even if Kiara erases 28 years of her life with you, surely you can't stop loving her.
I've had great times with Kiara. It's certain. She's all mine. But the accusations she threw at me were cruel, Albert. Her personality didn't come from my upbringing. It is her nature. It's the nature of your mistress. I can't get over that, at least not for the time being, Albert. Perhaps a real biological mother could easily forgive her daughter for something like this. So I guess I'm no better than what Kiera thinks I am. After all, I'm not his biological mother.
Kira uses her dad's phone to text Jesse.
Mom, it's me, Kiera. I'm sorry, Mom. Could you forgive me? I don't know what entered me. If you let us go back, I will never think or talk about my birth mother again. I will be the best daughter for you, the kind of girl you deserve. I promise. Please, Mom. We've got nowhere else to go, Mom. My dad and I would go inside and beg if you'd like. Let us in, please. And can you help me plan my wedding again? Let's go to the mall together, just you and me, like the good old days. We can stop at the food court and buy some cheese fries as before. I miss your meatloaf. I miss your wonderful meatloaf with real breadcrumbs. Will you teach me how to do it? I would also like to pass it on to my children. It will be an heirloom recipe.
If I've learned anything from this whole ordeal, it's that I'm not the great person I thought I was. I also can't forgive you for what you've done. I guess I'm just an evil stepmother, like you said after all. Our relationship ends here, Kiera and Albert. Thank you for the many happy memories you've given me the last 28 years, Kiera. Whether it's really for me or not, I will treasure them forever because they are real to me. I will try my best to keep only happy memories of you. But now it's time for me to leave you and never come back. Don't make this more trouble. Goodbye, Kiera. After that, the persistent father and son continued banging and kicking on the door until I called the police and 2 patrol officers came to speak to them. Kiera's fiancé Ryder and his family have been publicly disappointed at the couple's sudden withdrawal of the wedding venue and honeymoon payments, even going so far as to go so far offered to suspend all wedding preparations and reconsider marriage. In the end, Ryder cut everything off with Kiera just a few days before their wedding. Kiera texted me cursing, saying her breakup was totally my fault and I needed to fix it. I ignored her messages and phone calls. If I need to fix anything, I need to fix myself and stop her and her father from showing up in my life. The time has come for me to spend the rest of my life freely, just for myself and pursuing my happiness. In a way, I'm sad to have spent my best years raising an ungrateful child. But I don't regret it because overall, Kiera taught me the love I'll continue to seek in my life. It's time for me to start a new life.
Beefsteak seafood. Hey, my friend. I've heard you will have a big party this weekend, right?
Yes. Who told you about that?
Oh, that is not important. But it's just the right time. I'm craving beefsteak and seafood.
All right. Why don't you go out to eat? Why are you sharing this with me?
Kiera, do you really not understand what I said, or are you doing it purposefully? Do you get what I mean?
All you've mentioned was your craving for beefsteak and seafood. Why am I supposed to understand that? If you're in the mood for that stuff, just go out and eat.
When I said I wanted to eat beefsteak, it meant that I'd like you to invite me to your party. Isn't that obvious?
I'm not sure how I was supposed to pick up on that, but why must I invite you to my party? We're not close enough. Can't you go out and eat by yourself?
Oh, the thing is, I heard you're going to a fancy restaurant this weekend. It sounds delicious. I'd love to join, and I know you will invite me, huh?
I don't know where you heard that, but my family members will be invited to the party. That restaurant is pretty pricey already.
What? That doesn't seem fair. We're close friends, right? We've known each other for 5 years. Come on, Kiera. Can't you invite me to have dinner with you?
I've already said no. If you're craving beefsteak or seafood, go ahead and treat yourself. Don't expect me to invite you to a fancy restaurant like I have a lot of money.
You can be controlling, huh? Will you make friends if you always keep telling people what to do? Oh, maybe you have me as your only friend with that attitude.
Where's that coming from? I actually have lots of friends. You don't need to worry about that. Thanks.
Oh, really? Are you really sure you have that many friends? You seem really confident about yourself, Kiera. Honestly, I can't remember seeing you with that many friends. Don't you think you're exaggerating a bit?
Why are you saying that? You're just making things up for no reason? I really don't care about that. You're so stupid, Regin.
Oh, you called me stupid. Well, as your punishment, you'll have to treat me to a big meal in that restaurant, but it'll be a buffet so I can eat all I want.
You can keep talking about it, but I won't invite you to my party. Could you please stop bothering me? Don't you have plenty of other friends to bother?
You still won't give in? Too bad, because I already know where the restaurant is, and I know you're going on Sunday this week at 7 p.m. You know, I've really craved beefsteak all week, and I can't miss this chance. Even if you say no, I'll just go to the restaurant and see you there. You won't have a choice but to pay for my food. See you there, Kira.
Can I please enjoy my party with my family in peace? If you do come, you'll still have to pay for yourself.
What? That's not true? Isn't it more fun to eat with friends? The more, the merrier. Now you have me as your friend. You should invite me to the party like that, right?
You're the last person I want to eat with, especially since you always expect others to pay.
Why go to a fancy restaurant if I'm paying for myself? It doesn't make sense. If someone is going to treat their friends to an appetizing meal, it makes more sense. That's what people usually do, right?
No, it's not. People with good manners wouldn't think that's normal. Can you please stop forcing everyone to have the same thoughts as you?
Wow, you're really stubborn. But whatever, I don't care. I'm still coming to your party, and I'll make you pay for me no matter what.
Why are you so insistent? Okay, if you want to come to the restaurant, go ahead. A few days later,
I ate too much. The food was so tasty. It was indeed the right decision to come to this party. I'm heading home, so I'll let you pay the bill. I also ordered 5 orders of beefsteak to take home. Remember to pay it for me. Thanks in advance.
sorry, but we already paid for our food online.
What?
You know, it's now easy to pay bills online. We ordered and paid for our food online before coming to the restaurant, so we don't have to worry about paying now. It's pretty convenient, don't you think?
Wait, what do you mean?
What's the matter?
You have paid for the food online? How?
Yes, it's unfortunate as it means you'll need to cover the cost of the food you ate and the orders you took home.
What did you say? You can't do that. Do you know how much one takeout order costs? It's very costly.
It's none of my business. You ordered it, so you have to pay for it.
No, I can't. You have to do something about it. You know that I don't have money to pay the bill.
So why not ask your husband to cover the cost? I think he'll help you.
I can't ask him to pay for it. Are you crazy? You are the person who has to pay for it. You asked me to come to the restaurant, right?
No. I remember I didn't put you on the guest list for the party that day. I told you many times that I didn't want you to come. You chose to sit with us at our table that day.
You're the worst. How could you do this to me?
Wait a minute. Are you making things up too much? Stop acting like a victim when you caused this yourself. I think your first mistake was thinking you could come to a party and have someone else pay for your food.
What do you mean? We're close friends, Kira. Why are you so mean? Our other friends often do that kind of stuff. You cannot treat your friend to a delicious meal like this, can you? Don't you think that's unfair?
I don't see a problem with it. Typically, this kind of thing happens among friends who trust each other. They trust that the other person will return the money. Even if I did pay for your meal, would you ever pay me back? No, right? That's why I can't trust you. You should pay for your own food.
No, you deceived me. It was you who told me to join the party. I believed I could dine without cost, but you didn't inform me, and now you're saying I must foot the bill? I'm truly surprised. I don't think you can do this with your friend.
By the way, the restaurant waitress was worried about a dine and dash case. I overheard them discussing the possibility of reporting it to the police.
Dine and dash? Who are you referring to?
Don't you understand what I just... It's easy to recognize. Who do you think?
Are you referring to me?
That's right. It appears you finally caught on.
No way. Why would they call the police on me? You're the one who didn't cover my meal. You should settle the bill now.
I never agreed to cover your bill from the start. The waitress asked if I knew you, and I said I didn't. I described you as a random person who joined our table.
What? That's really impolite. We've been friends for nearly 5 years.
Maybe it's your own thought. Friends don't try to make others pay for their food without discussing it first. If you had simply mentioned you'd pay me back, I might have considered it. Instead, you forced me to invite you to my party just to satisfy your beefsteak cravings. And when that didn't work, you attempted to shift the blame onto me. And now you're trying to make me pay again. That's much ruder.
Okay, but now I don't have any money. Can't you cover me this time?
I won't pay you again. This time, you'll have to deal with the consequences on your own.
If you hold a party at that fancy restaurant, you must be the one with a good amount of money. Then why won't you pay for my restaurant bill?
You afford to do that.
Just because I have money doesn't mean I have to waste it on you. You haven't given me a single reason to care about your situation right now.
What? Why are you refusing? Can't you see how much this is bothering me? That should be reason enough. What did I do to deserve this treatment from you?
Dine and dash.
I emphasize I didn't do that. You're distorting the truth to benefit yourself. You were supposed to cover my expenses.
Whatever. The police will look for you soon then. You should return to the restaurant and make a payment. Don't forget to bring the money to settle your bill.
Are you kidding me? Just pay the bill, please. Just this once. Come on. I won't ask you for anything else.
How many times do I need to repeat the same thing? I said no. If you keep pushing this, I might need to involve the police too.
Sure, go ahead. Do you anticipate the consequences of continuing to treat me like this? You won't be pleased, I assure you.
What's that? I can't wait to hear.
I'll tell our friends about what you have done to me. And at our next party, I'll tell them to eat a lot and push the bill to you.
Ridiculously, Regine. I mean, you can try it if you'd like. Let's see what they will do.
I bet they wouldn't want to hang out with someone like you.
Whatever. I also think no one will want to make friends with you if you continue to force others to pay for it. You're a restaurant. They'll like that.
Well, you don't even know the difference between what's right and wrong. You look down on me.
In what words did I say that I look down on you? It seems you can't distinguish between slander and me expressing my opinion, can you?
What's the issue here? Your view of me is quite unkind and could be viewed as slander.
I simply mentioned that you're acting foolish. That's just me sharing my opinion.
What? Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just ensure you cover my restaurant bill, right?
Nope. I actually just got back home. Sorry about that.
What? Weren't you just at the restaurant? Why did you depart without settling the bill?
Yeah, I was there, but I finished my meal, so I left. I didn't see any reason to linger there, obviously.
Oh no, what's your plan to address this situation? Hold on a moment. Now that I consider it, there might be a way for me to avoid the consequences.
How? What's your plan?
Well, that restaurant doesn't have any of my contact information, and they don't even know my name, or where I live. That means they can't identify me. Thank goodness.
So that's your plan, huh? Quite interesting. I'm curious to see how it plays out.
I'll ensure you settle that restaurant bill no matter what. Be prepared.
I'm waiting for the result. Whatever. I don't care what plan we'll use to avoid being caught. I already told the restaurant your name, address, and phone number. Oops.
What? You disclosed my address to them? How could you? I can't believe you betrayed me like that.
Well, yes. I considered it hard for the restaurant staff to locate you without having any contact information, so I gave them. You know, sharing is caring.
What's the hell? Didn't you claim you did not know me? Are you scaring me?
Well, I did so, but I witnessed them getting really stressed about not having any leads, so I wanted to assist as much as possible. I felt a bit sympathetic towards them, you know.
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I guess that the police is waiting at home.
This isn't a joke. I won't let the police catch me. I'm simply not going home. It's that straightforward.
All right, but I think your husband might help you. He's at home, right? Let's go home and tell the police the truth.
Who cares? He cannot afford to pay for me. You must be the one fixing this mess.
Are you still insisting that you haven't committed any wrongdoing? How long do you intend to stick to that position?
Because I haven't done anything wrong. You're the one who deceived me. This is all your fault.
Sure. Go ahead and persist in portraying yourself as the victim. I won't interfere with that choice. Just bear in mind that the truth remains unchanged.
The truth? Do you even know what truth is? I'm innocent, and that's the fact. You're only trying to complicate matters.
You can do whatever you want. I can't prevent you from doing so.
I'm not engaged in any wrongdoing. Why can't you see that you're the one exaggerating this situation?
I've said what I needed to. Continuing this conversation would be a waste of time. It's pointless.
What's your point? How can you call it meaningless? I won't give up until you see things from my point of view.
You continually insist you're blameless and shift everything onto me. You did not seem to listen to anything I said. If you had admitted your mistake, I might have reconsidered.
Oh, stop talking. Please pay for my restaurant bill. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. So why don't you handle it yourself? Look, I'm exhausted. I must go to work tomorrow. I can't stay up all night discussing this nonsense with you.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening right now.
What's going on now?
The police are at our house. My husband has just texted me. He knew everything. He's talking about getting a divorce. It's your fault.
Oh, seriously? Looks like you got what you wished for. You were talking about wanting to divorce him not too long ago, weren't you?
No, it's not supposed to divorce this way.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You should head home. Your guests can't wait anymore, and I'm sure they want to finish their work today soon.
No, shut up. Stop this nonsense and come help me. You must do that. You're to blame for this. If you had paid me the money, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It wasn't even costly, and I haven't done anything wrong.
I don't want to get involved in this case anymore. I must go to bed now. Bye. After that, Regine incessantly defended herself, blaming me for scamming her until she was eventually arrested. Even as she was being arrested, she continued to insist that I was responsible for everything. Her charges included dining in a restaurant and leaving without settling the bill. I had initially thought that she would be fined a small charge, but it turns out she's been slapped, with an additional charge of assaulting a police officer. Finally, her husband divorced her and was granted full custody of their child. Following her release from jail, she has no one willing to associate with her. I hope she recognizes that she's responsible for this situation at the very least.
My house is overrun with pests. I have 2 burdensome freeloaders cohabitating with me. What a pity. Wouldn't you agree, Flora?
2 freeloaders? Are you referring to me and Tony?
Who else am I referring to? Thanks to my son, you're enjoying the privilege of living here without paying rent and eating for free. You're essentially taking advantage of the situation without contributing anything in return. How lucky for you. I'm currently enjoying a cup of coffee with some friends, and our conversation has shifted toward discussing our respective in-laws. They helped me realize how fortunate you are.
I have to disagree. I go to work and then get labeled as a freeloader by my mother-in-law? Please don't call me that, by the way. It isn't right.
Oh my, aren't you a feisty one? You were the one who forcefully entered my house carrying that unsightly child of yours. After the birth of that child, all you do is remain at home, entertaining yourself with it, neglecting any substantial responsibilities. What would you call that sort of lifestyle? You're just taking advantage of me. Do you think you're a queen bee and I'm just a worker?
Play. I look after my child while also working at home. And I also do the housework.
Work? I don't know what sort of lie you're trying to spin there. All you do is play around using my son's money. What an audacious little thing you are to try and claim otherwise.
If you would only look after Tony, then I would be able to work more.
I hope you're joking, but that's not even funny. What a bad sense of humor you have.
What? But it's true.
You want me to look after that ugly spawn of yours? It is seriously the ugliest baby I've ever seen. I honestly doubt that that thing is even Harry's child. You were probably knocked up by some other guy that you met on the wrong side of town. Just the thought of that makes me sick.
Why do you have to say things like that? You're being so rude. What did I ever do to you? And believe me, if Harry wasn't the father, I wouldn't be here. And if I wasn't here, then you two would be in a very tight spot.
Tight spot? Just because you're not here? My, don't you think highly of yourself? I never wanted you to be here in the first place. Same with that spawn of yours, too.
You need to stop wallowing in denial and just accept that this is how things are. Tony is your grandchild, but you shouldn't be harping on us. You need to talk to Harry as well. He's the one that needs to change.
Excuse me. I know you're not going to start criticizing my precious Harry now. Who's being rude?
He's already a full-grown adult. He's 30. I don't think it's appropriate to call him your precious anymore.
He's my son. I can call him whatever I want. You stay out of it. You didn't give birth to a boy, so you can't understand. A boy is the best thing that you can have. They are precious, and they will always be your child.
Only to you. As far as everyone else is concerned, he is an able-bodied citizen. At the very least, he needs to learn how to take care of himself. Right now, he can hardly even dress himself.
So what? His workplace doesn't have a dress code. He can wear whatever he wants. If his workplace doesn't say anything, then who are you to give your opinion?
That's what you think.
You. Is that your attitude? Caroline took you in, this is how you treat us. Karma is gonna come back and get you. Mark my words. You'll get what you deserve. Don't come crying to me when something bad happens to you.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, this conversation is going nowhere. We should just stop. It's time for Tony's bath anyway.
The next day.
Is this Flora?
Yes, it is. And who is this?
My name is Ina.
Sorry, but I don't know any Ina.
I'm so sorry.
What? Why are you apologizing?
I've been dating Harry. I'm so sorry.
You've been dating my husband? You're joking.
It's true, but I swear I didn't know that he had a wife and child. I would never have dated him if I knew.
Really now? Then, what do you want with me? Are you going to tell me to break up with him?
Of course I am, but that's not why I contacted you. I just wanted to apologize.
Well, that's not fair.
What do you mean by fair?
So you're just apologizing because you feel guilty about what you did. Did you think that would absolve you of everything?
I really am sorry. I never wanted to cheat. My father, he cheated on my mother multiple times when I was a child. I saw how my mother suffered. That's why when I found out that Harry was married, I just couldn't stay silent. I also want to warn you. Harry has been seeing other women as well. I'm not the only one.
What? Other women?
Yes, I was shocked too. I'm not his only girlfriend. I know this might be hard to hear, but I had to tell you.
Are you telling the truth? How do I know you're not just lying to me to scare me off so that you can be with him?
That's not what I'm trying to do. I have proof. That man is a pig. Even though you're his wife, it honestly feels like he's been cheating on me as well. And he's been cheating on both of us with others. I know that it really isn't my place to tell you all this, but I just couldn't let it keep happening.
Thank you for letting me know, I guess. I spent all day taking care of my child, so I don't have time to get out of the house. I didn't even suspect that he was cheating on me.
I really am so sorry. I have always been aware of how much pain my father caused me and my mother. I never wanted to be a part of what he did to us. But somehow I grew up to be involved in something just like it. I feel like I'm just as bad as he was. I can't express how truly and deeply sorry I really am.
You said that your name is Alan?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you for telling me the truth. For what it's worth, I do believe that your apology is genuine.
Thank you so much. Please let me extend my apologies to your child as well. I never wanted to hurt her, and I never wanted any child to go through what I went through.
If you have any photographic evidence, may I have it? I will forgive you if you give those pictures to me.
Yes, of course. I'll give them all to you.
Thank you for cooperating with me. I forgive you, so please stop torturing yourself over this. You seem like a good girl, and I know that you can find a much better man than a horrible pig like my husband. Free yourself from that relationship, and I hope that you can find a proper man. I wish you all the best.
Thank you for saying that. Again, I'm really sorry.
A few days later.
I'm done having leeches like you in my house and taking up my space. Hurry up and pack your things. Get out right now.
What? Are you serious right now?
I don't need you or your spa in my life. All I need is my son. We're fine without you. I've already filed for divorce, so you need to get out. Don't forget to take your spawn with you. Your leeching days are over.
Leeching? Your son is the only one who is leeching off of people.
I'm not interested in any more of your slander against my son. Just get out. Just get out.
And what do you mean you filed for divorce? How could you possibly have done that?
I found a divorce petition earlier today already signed. I just took the liberty of dropping it off for you.
Ah, you stole my thunder. I was looking forward to the day when I can file for divorce. Harry and I signed those papers way back along with our marriage certificate. We only got married because I got pregnant. I wanted to make sure that I had an escape route if things didn't work out, so it's part of our prenup. I had him sign divorce papers as well. That was the only way I was going to marry him.
Why on earth would you have wanted to do that? Why would you even want to divorce my beautiful son?
Why? That's such an easy answer. It's because he's a good-for-nothing leech. If he wanted to divorce me, he wouldn't be able to live the cushiony life that he has now. He tried his best to tie me down.
What are you even talking about? He supports you and your little brat.
You do know that he still hasn't given up on his music, right?
That's just a hobby. Said he plays a bit of music when he has some free time. What about it? That doesn't make him a bad person, and now you should call him a leech.
Oh, but you are so sadly mistaken. He is still hoping to make it big and live off of his music.
What? Live off of his music? What about his job? He leaves the house every day to go to work, doesn't he?
He doesn't. When he goes out every morning, he isn't going to work at some office. He's actually going to band rehearsals. You've seen his rocker outfits, right? No job would ever allow him to dress like that. So, did she really think that he was going to some office dressed like that?
Why not? Companies these days aren't as stiff as they used to be. People can wear whatever they want. But you're saying that he isn't working. That can't be true.
Maybe you'll believe me when I tell you how much he makes. He only brings home about $200 a month. And that would be considered a good month.
What? Only $200 a month?
Why, yes. He does live gigs on Friday nights. The rest of the week is spent rehearsing. Oh, and recently he started his own YouTube channel. After paying studio rental fees and other things, he's only left with $200.
It might be a small amount, but he's still getting paid. You need to apologize for calling him a leech.
That's it. That's what you chose to focus on. Don't you have anything else to say about him? About the way he is living?
Do you need to know what the definition of a leech is? A leech is a person that doesn't even contribute a single penny to the household, and they rely on others to live. But that isn't my son. He's contributing something, so he isn't a leech. Harry's out there working hard and trying to make his dream come true. That's admirable. He's even able to bring money home while doing it.
He might be bringing that money inside the house, but it's definitely not going towards anything for the family.
What is he doing with it then?
He uses that money to pay for cigarettes instead. He said that he has to look like a rocker and act like a rocker. He claims the rockers have to smoke and that they can't vape because that isn't the rock life. The price of cigarettes has gone up every year. I'm sure you're aware of his smoking habits. He smokes a pack a day and he doesn't care where he does it. Even when Tony is in the same room as him, he still lights up.
I thought he only did that because this job causes him stress. But a lot of people smoke.
Nope. He only does it to look and act cool. He basically smokes the little money that he makes away. He's really good for nothing. But it really doesn't matter anymore because I don't have to deal with him from now on. He's not my problem anymore. I was only holding everything in for the sake of our daughter. But thanks to you, I don't have to do that anymore either.
Wait a minute.
Thank you so much, Naomi. You saved me. You talked a lot of smack about me, but at the very end, you did me a huge favor. Thank you. You saved me from going through all the trouble myself. You're going to be taking over the bill payments, right? Someone will need to pay the electric bill, the taxes, the phone bill, and buy all the food. Oh, and the rent, of course. You're going to be doing that from now on, right?
You were the one who has been paying all that?
Yes. Who else? Your son definitely doesn't make enough money to pay any of those. He doesn't have any money at all. I'm actually quite a successful writer. All I need to do is write articles during my free time and I can make $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week?
Actually, I was in a pickle. I already achieved financial independence and my love for Harry had burned out a long time ago. I was going to file for divorce soon. I went to the shelf where I had put the divorce papers, but was shocked when I couldn't find them. There. I thought I must have misplaced the envelope somewhere. Where did you find them?
They were underneath my mattress. I was changing my sheets, and they just fell out like a little gift from God.
Oh, I see. Harry didn't want me to get a divorce, so he must have hidden them in your room. So not only did you find the papers for me, but you handed them over to the courthouse as well. Thank you very much for doing that. Now I will finally be able to be free.
Wait, just wait a second. Do you really intend on throwing my son away like that?
Yes, in a heartbeat. It might take a while for the divorce to be granted, but I don't see the reason why I should stay here any longer. My job here is done. Enjoy your life with your precious son. By the way, Harry has a gig this weekend, so he won't be back until tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, I'll be gathering my things and getting out of here by tonight.
No, you can't do that. Just listen to me for a second, Flora. I'm sorry for saying all those horrible things to you. I had no idea what was going on. So, could you please forgive me?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to forgive you.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to forgive you. What? But I asked really nicely. I'm your mother-in-law, and I'm asking for forgiveness. How can you be so cold?
Because it's too late. And by the way, I'm going to be coming at him hard in the divorce proceedings. Expect the alimony to be substantial. Like $50,000 substantial. Wary, thinking of getting it up front as well. With his lifestyle, there's no guarantee that he'll be able to pay monthly.
$50,000? Are you crazy?
You called me a leech, all the while Harry was cheating on me with several women. I had to suffer from that. And on top of that, I was paying for everything. I was carrying a very heavy burden. My lawyer said that I can ask for pain and suffering compensation.
Lawyer? You talked to a lawyer already?
Of course. I couldn't find the divorce paper, so I had to contact a lawyer to help draw another one up. But again, thanks to you, you found the papers. I don't have to pay the lawyer for document fees. You saved me again.
Oh my goodness, what have I done? Harry's gonna be so mad when he finds out that I was the one that handed in the papers. I hate it when he gets mad. I can't get through once he has flown off the handle. You know how he gets when he's angry.
Oh, I definitely know. There's no stopping him when he gets angry. He just needs to burn himself out. I have been on the receiving end of his anger while you just go hide in your room. But the only way to calm him down a bed is with money.
Money? That's how you got him to stop his rampage.
Yes, there's no other way that would work.
How much does it cost?
Do you have any idea how much it costs for him to do his gigs? He needs to pay for transportation as well as clothes. It costs quite a bit, so my best advice for you is to not get him angry.
But I don't have any money. I don't have an income. I just live off of my pension.
Oh, and I haven't even thought about child support yet. I deserve that as well. Actually, Tony deserves that. And it's not like he's any kind of good influence, so I think she'll be much better off with the money than with him around.
How can you even say about that? You're so cold. You're evil. Don't you have any empathy at all?
Don't talk to me about empathy. You have been exploiting me ever since I got together with Harry. You haven't even shown me an inch of kindness since the beginning. This is karma coming back to get you. You reap what you sow.
After that.
In the end, Naomi achieved her desired outcome. She was able to live independently with her son. She quickly discovered that Harry was spending a significantly larger amount of money than she could have ever anticipated. Naomi had no other option but to end her retirement and take up a part-time position at a fast food establishment in order to contribute towards their expenses. She had envisioned a peaceful life after retiring, but her son's actions shattered that dream completely. She inadvertently contributed to the situation by indulging Harry excessively, leading to the current circumstances. She will bear the consequences of that mistake for the remainder of her existence. As for myself, witnessing the effects of excessive parental indulgence, I aspire to strike a harmonious balance between affection and firm guidance when raising my own daughter.
Hey Mario, do you know where is my bag? The white one? I left it with all my other stuff in the room, but now it's gone.
What? I have no idea about that white bag. Are you certain you didn't put it in a different place and forgot?
So, you're completely unaware. Then what's this?
What's this? Who's in the picture?
That's a photo of Monica. It's the one your ex-girlfriend shared on her Facebook. She mentioned it was a gift from her friend, and she absolutely adores it.
Are you stalking Monica's Facebook or something? You need to stop doing that immediately.
I wasn't stalking. She sent me this picture out of the blue. So why is my bag in the photo with her? Because that happens to be the white bag I've been searching for. Are you absolutely certain you don't remember what happened to it?
I've already told you, I don't know. Could it be possible that she just coincidentally has the exact same bag as you?
Excuse me? Do you really think she'd have the same bag as me?
Well, I suppose it could all just be a massive coincidence, right?
Can you believe it? The keychain on that bag is exactly the same one I used to have. You remember? It was the heart-shaped keychain I got with my friend during our vacation.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm the one that should be saying that, Mario. So, are you agreeing that you're behind all of this? What were you thinking when you took my bag and gave it to your ex-girlfriend as a gift?
I found out she saw your Facebook and wanted a bag like yours. I don't care about bags, you know that. I had no idea where to get one like yours.
So, stealing my bag and giving it to her is your solution? I won't accept that excuse.
Come on, you haven't been using that white bag much lately. I assumed you didn't need it anymore.
It's not up to you to decide whether I still need something, especially when it's my expensive bag. It's my bag, so I must be the one deciding what to do with it. And it's not just that you took it from my belongings without informing me. To make matters worse, you attempted to deceive me by claiming you had no clue about the bag's whereabouts, which has really upset me. Moreover, all of this was done for someone as imprudent as your ex. Why are you still in contact with her? You mentioned earlier that you and she had broken up a long time ago, and now we're engaged.
Well, Monica is my ex, but she's also been a long-time friend, like a little sister. It's not my fault that I wanted to give her what she requested, is it?
I don't blame you for wanting to do something nice for her, but taking something of mine without permission is not acceptable. Mario, it's time for you to seriously consider letting go of your connection with her. Despite her being a longtime friend, she is also your ex, and you are engaged to me now. If you genuinely see her as a little sister, then why did you date her? Why do you consistently go out of your way to fulfill her requests? We plan dates together, make future plans, and yet you prioritize her over us. I understand that before you started dating. She was a great friend, but could you please just stop all of this? It's time to reassess your priorities and focus on building our relationship.
I apologize, but I want to emphasize that there is currently no romantic involvement between her and me. I've learned from my mistakes and won't repeat such behavior, so please let go of this issue for my sake.
You've reassured me multiple times about her, claiming you won't repeat your actions. I believe I've heard it more than 10 times now. If this happens again, I won't be able to forgive you easily.
Fine. You're the most generous person I've ever known, Cindy.
Regarding my bag, I'd appreciate it if you could take it from her. I actually like that bag and use it more than you might realize.
What? You want me to take it from her?
Of course! You're the one who took it from me and gave it to her?
Really? But requesting it back so soon after giving her something doesn't seem right. Isn't that a bit unfair to her? I'll buy you a new white bag, Cindy. Please let go of this one for me.
Huh? Why am I the one being asked to give up? Losing all my belongings? Don't you feel guilty for taking my bag? I love that bag a lot, and I won't feel the same way about any other. Go get that bag from her right away.
Okay. I'll do it if you want.
Cindy, I apologize sincerely. Mario told me about your white bag, and I had no idea it was yours when he gave it to me. I was completely unaware of the situation, okay?
Alright.
If you didn't know it was my bag, there's no point in being upset with you. Mario just texted me that he has the bag back now, so there's no issue between us.
Well, if that's the case, then it's fine. But I wanted to let you know not to be upset with Mario, okay?
Ah,
He mentioned that you were really upset with him and it really affected him. I saw a picture of you with the bag and thought it looked nice, so he wanted to give me the same bag as a gift. I don't think he meant anything bad by giving you your bag, so please don't yell at him for something he thought was okay.
I understand. For now, everything is okay because he returned my bag that you took. The reason I got so upset with him is that he should understand not to steal from others.
However, it's not ideal for you to become rude in response. It's not beneficial for anyone in the long run. If you continue arguing with him about this, you both might lose the happiness you share. Honestly, it's not appealing for you to be so upset with him.
That's a good point. Well, I'll be more careful next time. By the way, there's something I need to mention now that we're talking. You should also be careful around him. Mario currently sees you as a little sister, which is why he wants to be around you and treat you kindly. However, if situations like this happen, I won't leave you two alone. We're planning to get married soon, so could you please consider distancing yourself a bit from us?
Oh my goodness, he perceives me in that manner. I'm so sorry. We've been close since preschool, which likely explains why he views me like that. I even sense a sibling-like bond with him. And when Mario and I dated for a period of time, it consistently felt that way. Oh, and according to him, he regards you as a mother figure. He mentioned that when you get mad, it mirrors his own mom's reaction.
Is that right? Well, regardless, it might be best to maintain a bit more distance going forward to ensure everyone's happiness.
Understood. See you next time.
I can't believe I was foolish enough to forgive you after the last incident with my bag. I cannot believe any of this now. I am done with all this.
What's wrong, Cindy? I informed you earlier that I had a small meeting after work and specifically asked you not to try talking to me during it. Did you forget me mentioning any of that earlier?
What's going on with you right now? The attitude you have? Are you intoxicated or something?
No, I'm not drunk. I just happen to have 5, maybe 6 drinks, that's all.
So, you're definitely drunk. Well, whatever. Now you need to tell me what's happening right now.
What's in that picture?
It might be a bit difficult to identify, but Monica recently posted it on Facebook. Do you happen to know about the ring she's wearing? Here's a clue. My engagement ring has been missing since this morning when I woke up.
I gave that ring to Monica.
Huh. Why?
Well, she mentioned wanting a ring to match some new clothes she bought. And the one I gave you turned out to be perfect for her. Sounds good, right?
I think so.
But I forgot about ring sizes. Your fingers are larger than hers, like an elephant or something. Haha. So I had a jeweler cut the ring and resize it for her. You seem to be quite a bit fatter than Monica, don't you think? I found it amusing when I thought about that.
It seems like you might be a bit intoxicated to be so open about it in front of me. Taking my ring and everything.
Anyway, I'll be getting you a wedding ring soon, so who cares about that engagement ring, right? You won't be wearing it anymore after that. So, it's fine for Monica to have it, isn't it? She looks much better wearing it since she's not overweight like you. Same with that white bag of yours I gave to her before. She looks much better carrying it around.
The fact that you gave my engagement ring to your ex-girlfriend shows that something is seriously wrong with you. I can't just let this go over like all the other things. You need to learn from it. I won't be forgiving you this time.
What? What?
Let's take a look at this first. A few days ago, that woman shared a photo on her social media exactly 5 days ago. In her comment, she mentioned that the picture was taken during her bachelorette party at a hotel. There are even more photos of her in a hotel room drinking considerable alcohol.
What does that have to do with me?
Could you please look closely at this particular photo? I want you to pay attention to the mirror in the background.
The mirror?
Why are you reflected in that mirror? And why are you wearing only your underwear?
Hold on a second. It's not what you think. There's a complete misunderstanding. That's not even me.
What? Are you saying that's not you standing there almost naked? I might have to ask some mutual acquaintances who they thought to be on the reflection in that mirror. Perhaps I'll inquire with your parents to know how they would think about that.
Hold on a moment. Your understanding of the situation is completely wrong. I've explicitly clarified that there is nothing between her and me, haven't I?
I'm beginning to question the sincerity of your words, especially when I possess a photograph as evidence. You were at a hotel with a woman who is no longer your girlfriend, and it seems like you were nude. This is contrary to your claim of working overtime that day. Our text messages from that day should still contain all the details, right? It appears you've once again deceived me by going out with her. Now, who would believe there's nothing more than friendship between the two of you?
I assure you that your understanding of this situation is entirely incorrect. That was, actually... Oh, it started raining heavily. Then I must find a hotel to get out of the rain. You know, I must dry my clothes by taking them off. Coincidentally, I ran into Monica at the hotel, and she allowed me to use her room for that purpose.
Wait, what? Is that right?
That Facebook post she shared was probably just a careless mistake on her part. She's just fooling around, nothing serious at all. There's nothing going on between us, I swear.
Really? It's all in my imagination, huh? Do you really think I would make up something like that? Especially when you've been secretly seeing that woman behind my back?
What? I don't understand.
You thought the photo I showed you was the only evidence. I've been more careful than you thought. Ever since you started getting close to her again, I've been following you. I even hired a professional detective to help me out. You've been spending time at her place, having fun together, and the detective captured it all on video and in pictures.
What? No, you're lying?
What on earth was that claim about treating her like your younger sister again? Are you seriously telling me that you did all those disgusting things with your little sister? Freaking gross. It almost makes me want to report you to the police for having such thoughts.
Hold on. Hear me out, okay? I have something important to share with you, so please listen without getting too worked up. So please, listen to me.
Alright, you don't really need to be that worried out about this. I'll give you the chance to explain your actions right now. However, immediately following that, we'll discuss you compensating me through an out-of-court settlement, alright?
Please give me a moment. I'll get the ring from her right away. So please listen to everything I have to say about this.
I don't use that ring anymore, and it's not the right size for me anyway. Just throw it away in the trash or do something with it for me now.
What?
I'm returning to my parents' house. When I call you to come over, be there. I want you to confront this situation with my parents as witnesses. Monica, good evening.
Oh no, I have nothing to do with him.
So, he's already informed you about what's happening, right? Well, then there's no need for me to explain everything to you now. Did you enjoy it? Going out with your ex secretly behind his fiancée, taking all her belongings and messaging me about it as if you were completely unaware of his actions? Was that interesting?
I never intended for things to happen like this. He kept everything hidden from me the entire time. I never thought you would actually give me your engagement ring to match my outfit.
Alright, wait. You can stop this nonsense now. You two must have been laughing at me all this time, right? I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I have many photos of you both, but I wish I had more. Funny that you still proceeded with all of this after the last warning I gave you, right? What was it that I said? Was that you should keep the hell away from us?
I had no idea that all of this was happening.
That's quite surprising. Are your parents aware of this? About your involvement with a sugar daddy?
Wait, what do you mean? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about an anonymous account of yours online. When I learned about it from my friend, I immediately recognized you in those pictures. Is the purpose of that account to conceal your relationship with Mario from everyone else? You even posted a picture with my white bag, bragging about how Mario gave it to you, right? Oh, by the way, do you remember the comment about thinking you got a new designer bag, but it's actually secondhand? That was me reading that comment. I'm seriously considering informing your parents about it immediately. About you and Mario and all the details that accompany it.
Please stop. Please don't do that. I sincerely apologize.
You need to be careful when sharing content online, as anything posted can reach a wide audience, regardless of one's efforts to conceal it. This experience should serve as a valuable lesson for you, right? I'll ask for your payment for this later, another day. I trust you'll fulfill your commitment. If you don't pay me, I'll tell everyone about this sugar daddy account. Therefore, let's ensure a responsible resolution to this matter, and I appreciate your understanding. I received continuous messages from both Mario and Monica. They requested a conversation to resolve matters. However, I was so tired of their constant stream of senseless excuses for their questionable actions, so I chose to ignore both of them. In the middle of the night, I visited Mario's place while he was with Monica, gathered my belongings, and returned to my parents' house. A few days later, Mario, Monica, my parents, Mario's parents, and I got together to solve this. I told them everything about Mario and Monica's hidden relationship. Concluding my explanation, I informed everyone that given Mario's infidelity during our engagement, I expected both Mario and Monica to contribute $100,000 as compensation. After all of that was finished, Mario's parents took him back to their home, and my parents insisted that Monica leave and never return. Subsequently, Monica's parents were informed of the situation, leading to both Mario and Monica being disowned by their respective families. Beyond losing support from their parents, they faced a wave of ostracism from their friends and colleagues. At present, they seem bereft of support, appearing despondent and unlikely to find joy again. Mario has brought Monica into his home, where they reside and rarely go out, as before. I hope my assertive response to their affair will cause them to regret their actions. With the settlement money I've received, I'm planning a relaxing vacation. I want to maximize enjoyment while knowing they are enduring their worst days. Perhaps I'll even encounter a new companion during this trip. I am excited for this upcoming chapter.